Good afternoon. My name is David Wright, and I serve as the Assistant Vice President for Athletics here at Gettysburg College. I am proud to be here today to introduce the new head football coach for our institution. Before introducing him, I would like to thank some individuals for their assistance in the search process. Our successful candidate came from a large pool of exceptionally talented applicants from around the nation. We trimmed the list down to 6 and engaged in phone interviews, which ended with 4 candidates coming to campus for more in-depth conversations. The following people played an important role in the search process. First, from the senior administration, President Janet Morgan-Riggs and Vice President for Enrollment and Educational Services, Barbara Fritz, were very supportive along the way. Also, our colleagues Daryl Jones from the admissions office and Ron Wiaffe from College Life were also very instrumental in this process. The following student athletes spent significant time during a very busy portion of the semester to help in the process. So thanks go to Dakota Brovero, Mike McKnight, Andrew Major, Justin Davidoff, Chase Fee, Ryan Green, Nick Rollo, Ethan Kenzulak, Brad Walker, Jake Skinner, Logan Akey, Chris Chick, Kevin Benavente, and Ty Abdul Kareem. The entire athletic department staff played a vital role in welcoming the finalists to campus and provided critical feedback along the way. We asked a few individuals to serve as a search advisory committee, and I want to thank those individuals. Mike Cantelli, Kelly Jones, Stephanie Moore, Carol Cantelli, and Barb Jordan. Finally, I want to thank the search committee, Susan Fumagalli-Mahoney, Associate Director of Athletics, Andy Vogel, Head Wrestling Coach and Assistant Athletic Director. And we had 2 alums join us in this important search, so thanks go to Rich Sadlock, Class of 1983, and Kirby Scott, Class of 1977, both of whom were members of the Bullets football team during their college years. Now I am very excited to introduce to you the new head football coach at Gettysburg College, Kevin Burke. Coach Burke is no stranger to the college or its athletic program. He is a 1990 graduate of the institution, and he was a 2-sport athlete competing in both football and track and field. Kevin began his coaching career at SUNY Stony Brook while pursuing a master's degree from that institution. He then furthered his career with stops at Hamilton College, Juniata College, and Norwich University as an assistant coach and offensive coordinator. In 1998, he returned to Juniata as the head coach before joining Coach Barry Streeter at his alma mater in 2004. As the head coach at Juniata, Coach Burke took over a program that was 3-7 before his arrival. He quickly turned things around, going 5-5 and 6-4 in his first 2 seasons. As the offensive coordinator at Gettysburg, Kevin has been known as an offensive innovator, amassing impressive credentials using the spread wing scheme. During his 14 seasons running the Bullets offense, the team has finished either first or second in total offense 8 times. During the interview process, Kevin Burke emerged as the top candidate for 4 primary reasons. First, he described a tireless work ethic to develop the young men who will play for the Orange and Blue. He portrayed a desire to expand upon a stout culture, emphasizing the integrity and character-based formation of the players in our football program. Second, he illustrated a best-in-class recruiting plan that will ensure top-caliber student athletes see Gettysburg College and our football program as a great place to matriculate and graduate from. Third, he depicted a strategy for success to position Gettysburg College football at the top of the Centennial Conference. Finally, Coach Burke represented passion for the task at hand at a very high level. It is one thing to talk about being passionate, it is another to demonstrate it. Together, we will work to ensure a fantastic intercollegiate athletic experience for the students competing on the Gettysburg College football team. It gives me great pleasure to introduce head football coach at Gettysburg College, Kevin Burke.
First, what I'd like to to do is take a moment and thank many of the people that Dave thanked as well. First, big thank you to David Wright, who chaired the search committee and has led our athletic department to extraordinary success. I'd like to thank Barbara Fritz, our vice president, for our enrollment and educational services division here at the college with athletics report to. And I'd like to thank our president, Janet Morgan-Riggs. Dave, Janet, and Barbara have shown great confidence in me, and I will do everything I can to repay that confidence on the field and off the field with our program. I also want to thank the rest of the members of the search committee and all the people that I interviewed with throughout the day. The process was extensive, and I was amazed, and I shouldn't have been, but I was amazed at just how passionate so many different people here at the college are about the football program. It was great to see, and everybody wants to see it go in the right direction. I also want to thank the players that were part of the committee. I know that is a difficult job, especially at this time of year. They were, without question, the hardest group I talked to during the interview process, and asked probably some of the most difficult questions I've ever been asked in an interview. And it was, without question, the part I was the most nervous of, facing those guys, because they knew me a little bit, and certainly I was not going to fake them out in any way, shape, or form. I also, before we start talking about the future, would like to take a moment and look back and thank Barry Streeter. If you look at his career that spanned 4 decades here at Gettysburg College, he served as the head football coach here with distinction, with class, with character. And the countless individuals that he had a positive impact on, including myself, will all tell you that he was one of the most influential figures in their lives. And before we start talking about the future, I think it's just fitting and proper to thank him for everything that he has meant, not only to his players, but to everyone here at Gettysburg College. I also would be very remiss if I didn't thank my family. My family, my wife is a Gettysburg College grad who I was fortunate enough to meet here and somehow got her to fall in love with me. I wonder every day if she regrets that decision, but she stood by me through all our stops in coaching, and she knew this was my dream job. And it is just an unbelievable experience to be here today. Jewel, if you're watching, we're here, we're where we love, and it's just awesome, isn't it? But I also want to thank my kids. I'm taken away from my kids so often to do this coaching thing and to help other young men grow and mature. But my daughter Elizabeth and son Colin just mean the absolute world to me. And they help me keep things in perspective. And I try to be a coach that they'd be proud of. And I also want to thank all my family. You know, my mom and dad have since passed, but I can just see them and how proud they'd be at this moment. My sister, who is almost assuredly watching, I want to thank her because she is probably Gettysburg's biggest fan. And I'm pretty sure she's yelled in the past about my play calling, but that's okay. But I want to thank her for all her support, my brother as well, for everything that they've meant to me. But now, what I'd like to do is, one, apologize to all those people I should have thanked that I didn't, because there are a number. But one group that does need to be thanked again is our alumni base. We have a passionate alumni base that loves Gettysburg College, that loves Bullets football. Again, I was thinking a lot of people, but I want to thank our alumni. Our alumni are phenomenal. Their passion for Gettysburg College and Bullets football is second to none. And I look forward to meeting more of the alums, and it is something that if you're ever on campus, make sure that you make the football office one of your first stops, because our whole coaching staff wants to get to know you better. Now, let's talk about the future a little bit. What are we trying to do with our program? One of the big things that I was impressed with during the interview process here was how important Gettysburg College football was to everybody on campus. And I was thrilled that the vision that I have is shared with the upper level administration here at the college. Quite simply, what we are going to do is we are going to take our program and make it the premier football program in the Centennial Conference. In many ways, we already are. We have and will continue to graduate our players, help them find employment or get into graduate school, and we will help them form bonds unlike any other. For everyone that had played football out there understands, the bonds with your teammates are lifelong and lasting and mean more to us than anything else. We just had a team meeting a few moments ago where we talked about the love that football players have for each other. You can't sweat and bleed and work on a common goal like 100 football players do without forming attachments that are so meaningful and long-lasting. And that's why anyone who's ever worn the orange and blue, I think, can say playing football at Gettysburg College was not only a positive experience, but was one of the most important experiences they've had in their lives. But we also want to make sure that we ensure on-field success. We keep score for a reason, and we want to be great. Gettysburg Great is not just a phrase. Gettysburg Great is not just a slogan. Gettysburg Great is a way to approach our daily lives. We want to be Gettysburg Great, and that means being the premier program in the Centennial Conference. And it means competing for championships. Over the course of the next few days, weeks, and months, our coaching staff, in coordination with David Wright, our Director of Athletics, will be looking at every aspect of our football program. We will be looking at our recruiting. We will be looking at our strength and conditioning. We will be looking at our player development. We will be looking at our medical staff. We will be looking at equipment. We will be looking at every single aspect that touches our program and giving it a full and thorough evaluation. We will take stock of what we do well and what we need to improve on. And then we will decide on what enhancements are necessary for us to move the program to where we all want to see it. And that is contending on a year-for-year basis for Centennial Conference championships. I can't tell you how excited I am to be given this opportunity to lead the Gettysburg College football program. It is something I take very seriously. It is something I am very passionate about. And it is something that I will work diligently to make sure that all our alumni, our campus community, and especially our student athletes currently in the program, are proud of the product that we put on the field. But even more so, proud of the accomplishments that our student athletes do off the field. I do have a couple of things that I'd like to announce, and we have launched today a football Facebook page, a football Instagram account, and a football Twitter account. All those things are to help you keep track of Gettysburg College football better. It's to help you know our program inside and out and to feel a bond with our current players, our current coaches, and the campus community as a whole. We're excited to develop these features to help you touch base with our football program on a daily basis. We are also going to be reaching out to our alumni to have a better database so we can keep track of you and, quite frankly, ask for your help in the recruiting process. Sometime over the next few days, as long as we have your current email address, you will get an email from me with a link to a form that we would like you to fill out that has all your information on it. It will help us just keep track of you better and be able to communicate all the great things that are happening here on campus with the Gettysburg College football program. Getting to where we want to go will not be easy. It will not happen overnight. But we will diligently go and diligently work in one direction, and that is to win the Centennial Conference Championship. And then, once that goal is accomplished, to then compete on a national stage. We have done that in many of our other sports here, culminated with our women's lacrosse team winning 2 national championships in recent memory. What I ask you now to do is imagine a Saturday in November where it's getting dark because the sun is going down, and we have all our players, all their parents, all their family, and all the alumni out of the stands at Musselman Stadium and milling around Shirk Field because nobody wants to leave because we just won the Centennial Conference Championship. That is the vision I see before us, and with your help, we will accomplish that soon. Thank you very much.
Coach Burke's going to take a couple questions.
I guess I'm going to take some questions. My apologies.
Yeah, sure. Based on what you experienced with last year's team and what you expect from the upcoming year's team, what excites you about the team you inherit this year?
The young men in our program, they're extraordinary individuals. Extraordinary individuals. We had, in many cases, our hearts ripped out in those first few games of the year. And you know what they did? They came back and they practiced time in and time again. Now we are going to, as I said, look at every aspect of the program to see how we can improve. But what we really have as the backbone of our team are the young men that are already in the program. One of the things that I told them in the team meeting a few moments ago was that our success will be determined next year by the guys that are in that room. Obviously recruiting is a big important thing, but the guys that are currently in our program, they will play a huge role, obviously, in the success that we have next season and beyond.
Coach, what is it about Gettysburg College that excites you now as head coach?
What isn't about Gettysburg College that's exciting? Gettysburg College is the place. It's where it is. I mean, let's face it. When you walk on our campus, is there a more beautiful place? Is there a more beautiful college out there? Show me. I've seen them. There aren't. This is where it's at. We have outstanding facilities. We have outstanding landscape. But you know what's really special? Again, it comes down to the people that are here. The people make Gettysburg College special. And every time we bring recruits on campus, we want to continue to show them how special it is. But the other thing that's so exciting is our potential. The potential is there for us to grow as a program. The potential is there for us to become competitive on a national level. And that, again, doesn't mean it happens overnight. But that potential mixed with a solid plan of how to get there, how exciting is that? And I'll tell you one other thing too. Fall Saturdays, whether it's the heat of the first game when it's 95 degrees or it's a little chill in the air in November, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like game day. And what we need to do is we need to get those stands filled. We need to get Shirk Field at Musselman Stadium rocking every home Saturday. And that's what excites me.